For years, the electric vehicle battle has been relentless. Tesla taking on every challenger. From legacy car makers to massive Chinese players and secretive startups, billions have poured into batteries, motors, and hype. Yet no one, not Toyota, not BYD, not even Apple, saw this coming. Elon Musk just dropped a groundbreaking engine technology that doesn't just improve EVs, it completely redefines them. The moment it hit the stage, the whole auto world went silent. What Musk revealed could be the knockout punch to every competitor. A revolutionary drive system so advanced, so efficient, and so disruptive, it might crush every EV brand still trying to keep up. And here's the twist. It barely depends on traditional lithium-ion batteries anymore. This isn't just an engine, it's a technological death blow to anyone who underestimated Tesla. Today we're unpacking the jaw-dropping details, how this engine works, why it's decades ahead, and why experts are already calling it the EV war ender. Because this launch won't just be a new product, it could mark the day Tesla became untouchable. Want to stay ahead in the EV race? Hit like and subscribe now. Tesla just launched a 2-ton car from 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds. No turbo, no gears, no engine roar, just pure silence, followed by shockwaves. This wasn't just a performance stat, it was a declaration of war against combustion, against complexity, against everything conventional. And Elon Musk's new motor, it wasn't just a weapon, it was the end game. When Tesla unveiled the Plaid Model S, the crowd wasn't just looking at a car, they were witnessing a moment that would divide history into before and after. Because beneath that clean, understated body was a powertrain no one else on Earth had built, let alone mastered. Inside, spinning faster than any EV motor before it, was a rotor hitting over 20,000 revolutions per minute, a speed that would rip most motors apart. The sheer centrifugal force could shred metal. But this motor? It stayed silent, stable, and deadly efficient. Why? Because Tesla cracked a code nobody else could touch. While legacy automakers fixated on software updates and brand badges, Musk's team dug deeper, into raw physics. They built a rotor that spun so fast it should have exploded. Instead, they wrapped it in carbon fiber. Not for looks, for survival. Most EV motors max out at around 16,000 RPM before shaking themselves apart. Tesla blew past that. 20,000 RPM wasn't just an upgrade, it obliterated the previous limits. And here's the twist, they didn't just hit that speed, they held it, consistently. The secret? That carbon-sleeved rotor. It locks the copper core in a death grip, stopping it from bulging outward under pressure. And that matters, because the tighter the air gap between the rotor and stator, the stronger the magnetic field and the more efficient the motor. We're talking precision at the atomic level. 1 micron off and the whole system loses power. 1 weak point in the sleeve and the rotor disintegrates. But Tesla didn't just make it work, they made it compact. At the Model S Plaid delivery on June 10, 2021, Musk walked on stage and casually lifted the motor. Alone. It looked like a stage prop, but that compact beast packed the most advanced EV motor on the planet. Light enough to lift, powerful enough to obliterate every other sedan out there, efficient enough to rewrite what we thought was possible in mass-market EVs. This wasn't marketing fluff. Tesla handed over the keys. Motor Trend tested it. The results? Beyond anyone's expectations. The Plaid blew past its predecessor by 25%, posting numbers that left even veteran engineers stunned. So how did they pull it off? It wasn't just raw power, it was control. With no gears, no shifting, Tesla's new motor delivers instant torque from zero. No delay, no hesitation. The moment you tap the pedal, it's full launch. The Plaid doesn't accelerate, it detonates. And it does it without sound, fuss, or hesitation. A machine this massive should feel like a tank. Instead, it moves like a superbike. And unlike exotic engines that beg for cooling brakes or constant tuning, Tesla's rotor just keeps spinning. Quiet, clean, relentless, day after day. This isn't just about going fast, It's about what that speed means. The rotor's compact size creates more room, more battery, more cabin space, more future potential. And the fact that it stays rock solid at extreme RPMs? That's not just impressive, it's a signal. A sign this tech could leap beyond cars, into aviation, robotics, even defense. These aren't just bold design moves, they're rebellious. While legacy automakers throw more motors, more inverters, more weight into the mix, Tesla did the opposite. They turned inward, refined the core, redefined what a motor is, and in doing it, they created something that feels less like engineering and more like a breakthrough. Look at the numbers. 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds, quarter mile in 9.2. But the real story isn't the result, it's the delivery. No transmission, no rev syncing, no fake engine noise piped through speakers, just unfiltered force, delivered instantly, silently, endlessly. This wasn't just a new car unveiling. It was the reveal of a motor that shattered every known limit, mechanical, thermal, magnetic. Tesla didn't just make a faster EV, they created the blueprint, the new standard every high-performance machine will now chase. And it all began with a carbon-wrapped rotor spinning faster than anyone thought was even possible. Now let's talk about performance and efficiency benefits. The numbers sound unreal: 1,020 horsepower and 1,500 pound-feet of torque. Packed into a 4-door sedan, you could casually drive to the grocery store. But that's not the full story, because with the Plaid Model S, Tesla didn't just break records, they broke the rules of performance and efficiency and rewrote the EV blueprint forever. Most automakers chase one goal, either power or range. Tesla delivered both while using less weight, fewer parts, and a fraction of the energy loss. The magic wasn't just in the software or battery tech, it was deep in the motor design. Those carbon-sleeved rotors spinning past 20,000 RPM were only the beginning. When you floor the Plaid's accelerator, you're not just summoning brute force, you're engaging a system built to deliver max performance with minimal waste. 3 electric motors sync perfectly to unleash that 1,020 horsepower surge. But the real shocker isn't just speed, it's the consistency. Whether you're at full charge or nearly drained, in blazing heat or freezing cold, the torque is relentless. No gears, no lag, no delay, no overheating, no cool-down laps, no battery-sapping fury like you'd get from a gas-guzzling performance engine. Tesla's motor design brings more than just absurd torque and power. It delivers better thermal control, greater durability, and jaw-dropping efficiency even under extreme load. And Tesla didn't stop there. In March 2023, they took it further, revealing the next-gen motor technology. And here's where it gets wild. They eliminated rare earth metals. Entirely, not reduced, eliminated. That's a direct hit to the global supply chain legacy EVs still depend on. Less geopolitical risk, less mining, lower long-term cost. They also slashed their use of silicon carbide, an expensive inverter material, by 75%. Cutting cost without sacrificing performance. And get this, the manufacturing cost of one of these next-gen motors, about $1,000. That's not a typo. A motor that can outrun a Bugatti Chiron, hit 200 miles per hour, and go over 300 miles on one charge, now being built for less than a high-end laptop. These aren't just fast cars, they're scalable machines. Machines built for mass production, ready to dominate by the hundreds of thousands. That's the Tesla edge. Not just speed, sustainable speed. At industrial scale. Let's talk numbers. 0 to 60 in 1.98 seconds, a quarter mile in 9.25 seconds. And it doesn't stop, pulling hard all the way to 200 miles per hour, with 4 passengers and a full-size trunk on board. That's not just supercar territory, it's world record territory. And Tesla didn't build it to flex. They built it to scale. Even with massive 21-inch wheels, the Plaid Model S still hits an EPA-rated 348 miles of range. Real-world highway numbers land around 300. And even with breakneck speeds and a triple motor setup, it averages 101 miles per gallon equivalent. figures no combustion-powered performance car could even dream of. But in the EV war, raw performance isn't enough. Efficiency wins. Tesla's motor architecture delivers laser-sharp energy control. No oversized cooling, no bloated thermal systems. Every part is tight, refined, and integrated. That means lower drag, less energy draw, and reduced complexity. And complexity. That's the enemy of mass production. When you're building 500,000 vehicles a year, every bolt counts. That's Tesla's game. While other car makers retrofit gas platforms for batteries, Tesla builds electric from the ground up. Every screw, every motor, every pack, electric first by design. That's not a footnote. That's the backbone of their cost edge. Then there's the factory. Shanghai cranks out 750,000 cars a year. Berlin's racing toward 500,000. Austin? Already over 375,000. And they're not slowing down. New gigafactories are lining up in Mexico, Saudi Arabia, and India. Santiago's already in the works. Tesla isn't just making EVs, they're building EV cities, entire ecosystems tuned for scale, speed, and total vertical control. Inside these plants, Giga Presses the size of buildings die-cast car frames in one shot. What once took hundreds of parts and armies of welders now takes minutes, and one colossal machine. This isn't just innovation, it's a manufacturing revolution. Tesla's motors are treated like Legos, compact, modular, ready to drop into anything. Model S, Cybertruck, Semi, future vehicles, all built on a shared motor DNA. That means shared parts, faster builds, lower costs, and the edge doesn't stop at production. Tesla sells direct, no dealers, no middlemen, no games. Over-the-air updates eliminate most service visits, and with no transmission, no exhaust, and fewer moving parts, the average Tesla owner, less than 10 minutes a year in a service center. That's not a perk, that's a structural weapon. Every one of these efficiencies stacks up. From motor design to gigafactory execution, Tesla cuts cost at every layer, without compromising speed, power, or range. That's why their margins dominate the industry, why they can slash prices and still profit, and why legacy automakers are stuck scrambling. While the rest of the industry talks about the future, Tesla's already building it. At scale, and it all ties back to one core breakthrough. A motor that shattered RPM limits, ditched rare earth metals, and redefined electric performance. While others argued over battery cells and drivetrain tweaks, Tesla went bigger, taking aim at something no other automaker dared, total control of the road. And they achieved it by doing the unthinkable, building their own charging empire. The Tesla Supercharger network isn't just a perk anymore, it's a global infrastructure powerhouse. With over 7,100 stations and 67,300 stalls across the planet, it's the gold standard of EV charging. And here's the jaw-dropper, 99.97% uptime. That's not just better than other networks, it beats most cellular providers. While other EV drivers hunt down a working plug, Tesla owners just plug in and go. No app crashes, no broken stations, no second guessing. And Tesla's not pumping the brakes, they're already deploying Supercharger Var 4, delivering up to 325 kilowatts with CCS adapters and card readers to open the gates for everyone. Not just Teslas, not just in the US, but everywhere. That's right, Tesla is now charging their rivals' cars and cashing in. By the end of 2024, US regulations will require federally funded chargers to support all EVs. Tesla was 10 steps ahead. They opened access early, and now they're positioned to rake in billions in government incentives. It's a masterstroke in a game the rest are just learning. But Tesla didn't just build the best network, they reinvented the plug. The NACS connector, once Tesla's proprietary plug, is now the industry standard. Ford, General Motors, Volvo, Rivian, Mercedes, they all folded. They all adopted NACS. Why? Because customers demanded Tesla's charging access. No more clunky adapters. No more crawling on CCS. Tesla's plug is faster, cleaner, and already everywhere. Tesla just pulled an Apple on the auto world But this time, it's the roads. They lock the format, the ecosystem, and now the industry has no choice but to follow. And this isn't just a US play. In Europe, Tesla's scaling with CCS2-based superchargers. In China, they're expanding like a tech giant, mega charging hubs, dense city coverage, seamless payments. The Middle East is next. These aren't just chargers, they're energy outposts, just like Nokia cell towers back in the early 2000s. Because whoever owns the outlet owns the energy flow, and Tesla owns the outlets. But the real advantage? It's not just in hardware. Tesla's true weapon is in the software, and this is where AI changes the game. While other automakers rent chips and cloud time from NVIDIA or AWS, Tesla went nuclear. They built Dojo, a custom AI supercomputer that trains itself using real-world footage from the Tesla fleet. This isn't buzzword fluff. Tesla's pulling in over 1 million miles of driving data every hour, every stoplight, every cyclist, every near miss. It all becomes fuel, training data that turns into live software updates in weeks, not years. At the center of Dojo, the in-house D1 chip, modular architecture, tiles, racks, and eventually the exapod, designed to deliver exaflop-level power. Translation: more AI training horsepower than Google, Meta, or Amazon, dedicated purely to autonomous driving. This vertical stack means Tesla doesn't wait on anyone. No NVIDIA slowdowns, no third-party costs, no outsourcing. They control the chip, the compute, the car, the network, the loop, and that loop, it's tightening, fast. Every time a Tesla drives, parks, avoids danger, or detects something new, it feeds the Dojo brain. That brain then re-optimizes every vehicle in the fleet. Over the air, seamless, silent. While legacy automakers are still stuck on yearly model updates, Tesla is pushing AI upgrades in real time. But this isn't just about cars. Dojo and Tesla's AI stack are the master key to something much bigger. Think AI as a service, not just powering autonomous driving, but robotics, factory automation, energy systems, and virtual agents. Tesla has hinted that Dojo could go head-to-head with NVIDIA in the open AI training market, renting out compute power to other companies. And with chip shortages and ballooning cloud costs, that's not just ambitious, it's a billion-dollar opportunity waiting to explode. Imagine robots trained on the same visual and decision-making models running inside 5 million Teslas worldwide. Now drop those robots into Tesla's factories, or into homes, or into entire industries. Tesla hasn't even touched yet. The real story here? Tesla's not just building better cars, they're quietly becoming the world's largest real-world AI company, with their own cloud, their own chips, their own fleet, and their own training set. Nobody else has this stack, not Google, not Apple, not NVIDIA. And when you combine that with charging dominance, where Tesla profits every time a Ford or GM plugs in, the bigger picture snaps into view. This isn't about electric vehicles anymore. It's about Tesla transforming the entire mobility ecosystem into a vertically integrated, AI-driven, profit-generating machine. One where every charge, every mile, every data point feeds a self-reinforcing loop of performance, scale, and control. While the rest of the auto industry fights to survive the EV shift, Tesla is out here building roads, robots, servers, and systems with precision, speed, and ambition no one else can match. Because the future won't belong to whoever builds the fastest car. It'll belong to whoever owns the road, the plug, the chip, and the intelligence behind it all. While the rest of the industry scrambles to adjust, Tesla is pulling ahead. Not by inches, by miles. Because the competition isn't just lagging, they're crumbling under their own weight. Start with the legacy giants. Ford, GM, Toyota, Volkswagen. These are companies built for another era. Their platforms are bloated, their factories locked into gas-powered design, their supply chains tangled in old tech and debt-heavy structures. They're trying to bolt an electric future onto a fossil fuel foundation, and it's failing. Every EV launch, delayed. Over budget, missing key features, battery supply, bottlenecked, software, buggy, margins, sinking. Now look at the flashy startups, Lucid, Rivian. They were supposed to be Tesla's agile disruptors. Instead, they've hit a wall. Low production, massive losses. Every car they sell costs more than it's worth. They're torching billions just to stay alive. And without scale? Their tech edge, if they even have one, means nothing. They don't have Tesla's fleet. They don't have Tesla's network. They definitely don't have Tesla's data. Then there's the elephant in the room, BYD. Sure, it's crushing the Chinese market. But outside China, it's a different story. Export restrictions, tariffs, and weak demand are holding it back. BYD's cars are cheaper, with thinner margins and fewer premium features. In the US and Europe, it's not a real threat. It's a footnote. Now zoom out and look at Tesla's position. Tesla isn't just building EVs. It's building the entire ecosystem around them. It owns the motors, the software, the chips, the charging network, and the AI stack. Its factories are designed for speed, not weighed down by legacy systems. Its vehicles update themselves over the air. Its profit margins? Still the highest in the industry, even while slashing prices. And while others scramble to build 100,000 EVs a year, Tesla is cranking out nearly 2 million globally. That's the difference. While legacy automakers are buried in sunk costs and red tape, Tesla moves fast. While startups fight just to stay alive, Tesla scales like a machine. And while others outsource their core tech, Tesla owns it all. Hardware, software, energy, AI, all in-house. All connected. This isn't a race anymore. It's a total rewrite of the global auto industry. Tesla's lead isn't measured in quarters. It's measured in infrastructure, in data, in real-world execution. And at this pace, by the time the competition even catches up, Tesla may already be rewriting the rules of the next industry.